And we say good morning to you. We're live again on the road today. We're at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol, having a big time today. Again, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink. Got myself a gripper right here. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes, got me. Lexi brought me a Rudy beer, so here we go. We get my first swig of the Make a bulldog break his chain. That's good stuff right there. So good morning. We're here on Friday the 13th. Are you superstitious, Lexi? Are you really? You're superstitious. You think something bad's going to happen today? You had a dream last night you died? Lexi, would you just kind of... Can you... What's freaking me out? Would you just kind of... stand over there? That's good. Lexi, our customer service rep from Grip Energy, loading us up some drinks here. They're free. We're giving them away today here at Food City, where you can buy them. Want to buy one, get one free, but we like to give them away as a sample. So we're here again at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. We're going to be joined by Landon Owen coming up in a few minutes, Director of Ticket Sales at Bristol Motor Speedway. We'll be joined by Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR fans reporter, coming up again a little bit later on in the show as well. He's going to join us talking about NASCAR. They're in Talladega this weekend. The trucks and the trucks and the Monster Energy Series, the Cup drivers, and of course the Xfinity Series at Kansas Speedway. So we're going to talk to him about that. Full schedule of high school football coming up later on. We've got the college football. We've got NFL last night. It was the Eagles defeating the Panthers. That's all we're going to say about that. We got a lot of college football to talk about. High school football. And let's see what else. Oh, we got some NASCAR news as well. All that coming up. And, of course, the obvious. We're going to be talking about the meltdown. Woo! What a meltdown. The Washington Nationals came up short again. So this week you have two teams. Ironically enough, the Cleveland Indians with over 100 wins. They stubbed their toe, and the Yankees beat them and move on. They'll start that series today. And so then you look at what the Cubs did last night. Went into Washington. Crazy fifth inning. We'll talk about that coming out of the break. Crazy fifth inning. Washington again eliminated yet again. Dusty Baker comes up short again as the manager for the Nationals. Cubs move on. Somewhere last night, Harry Carey, the late Harry Carey, was hollering, Cubs win, Cubs win. Cubs going to play the Dodgers. And again, you have the Final Four set, the Astros and the New York Yankees. And one of those four teams will be crowned the World Series champion later on this year. Show number 613. Yes, indeed. We are here live again at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. Our good friend Rick Miller's store will tell you about the great sale going on today. It's the Lucky Friday the 13th sale. Got all kinds of great specials going on, and we're going to run those down before we coming out of the break here. Let's see. Let me show you right here before we go to the break about Grip Energy Drink. Oh, wrong camera. There it is. Grip Energy Drink. Yeah, there's the flavors. There is root beer, pink grapefruit, pineapple, lemon lime, white grape. And, of course, the two newest, not the new, but the two newest are the Ultra Orange, sugar-free, and the sugar-free pink grapefruit. So those are free, Desiree, and you get one because you help me carry in my equipment. So well, you're welcome. Twist the top. Don't shake it, and twist the top because it is carbonated. So quick break. We'll be right back. We're live here at Volunteer Parkway in Bristol, getting ready to talk Major League Baseball. What happened last night to the Nationals? Crazy fifth inning. I mean, crazy. We're talking a fifth inning that some Little League teams can't even have. I mean, it is nutso the way things unraveled for the Washington Nationals. They never really recovered. The Cubs move on to win, and so the Cubs will take on the Dodgers for the National League pennant, and it'll be the Houston Astros and the New York Yankees for the American League pennant. We'll talk more about that next year live at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Chevy Truck Month, Take 2 at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. The savings and selection of over 600 new Chevys to choose from are at an all-time high. 1500 All-Star Crew, $11,000 off. 1715 All-Star Double Cab, $10,000 off. 18 Equinox LT, $5,000 off. 17 Traction Traverse, $5,000 off. Shop us online 24/7 and remember our Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
We're back live again with the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Let's run down the Friday the 13th one-day sale. Rickson will come join us here in a few minutes, but let me run them down for you to hear today at all Food Cities, which is why we're out and about today. Maxwell House Coffee, 30-ounce container, limit 2, one-day price, $4.99. Food Club green beans or corn, 12 cans for $5 today and today only at all Food Cities. RC Products, buy 6, save more. These are 6-pack of half-liter bottles, 6 for $10. Jonna Gold Apples, whoo-hoo. If you've never had a Jonna Gold apple sliced, put a little peanut butter on it, oh, lousy mercy. Jonna Gold apples, 5-pound bag, limit 2, $2.99 today at all Food Cities. I'm on that one today for sure. Pillsbury Grand Biscuits, one-day price, 99 cents, limit 4. Also the Keebler Sandwich Crackers, one-day price, limit 4 for $1.49. Also at your local Food City today, you've got the Swaggerty Sausage, 16-ounce package, limit 5 for $1.99. Chicken leg quarters, again sold in 10-pound bags. Chicken leg quarters per pound, one-day price today, 49 cents a pound. Woohoo! Also, you have Lux Pinto beans, 15-ounce cans, 2 for $1, limit 12. Frozen selected varieties of Tyson chicken, one-day price, limit 4 for $3.99. All that available again today only at all Food Cities across the 4-state area that we cover at Food City. And so, good stuff. And we appreciate the opportunity again to come out and talk each and every week and each and every chance we get to about the good things going on at Food City. So, here we go. Let's talk about baseball. Wow. Holy tamale. All right, 5th inning. Here we go. 5th inning of a heartbreaking playoff loss that will torment national fans until, well, maybe next year. Team fell 9-8 to the Cubs in Game 5 of the NLDS. A rather incredible sequence of events transpired. Really unbelievable. Look at the 5th inning, not even the whole 5th inning, just the top of the 5th inning. There's 2 outs, 2 runs in, 2 outs in the inning. Addison Russell for the Cubs on second base. 4 Cubs reaching base safely against Max Scherzer. Manager Dusty Baker ordered an intentional walk of Jason Hayward, who had a 121 average and 58 at-bats over the past 2 postseasons. Javier Baez swung and missed a strike 3. Catcher Matt Wieters missed the ball and went to the backstop. Baez going to easily reach first safely, but Wieters threw anyway. Wild throw by Wieters. Russell scores. Hayward races to third. Baez winds up on second base. You think, well, that's the end of it. No. Tommy LaStella swung and pulled the ball foul down the first baseline. Harmless? Wrong. Wieters reached too far out to receive the pitch. LaStella's bat made contact. Catcher's interference, which means LaStella was awarded first base. Only thing you need, Bubba, is a chair. That's the only thing I didn't get. Need you a chair so you can talk. Catcher's interference, which means LaStella was awarded first base, loading the bases. Scherzer, in relief of starter Gio Gonzalez, then hit John Jay in the ankle with a pitch, forcing in Hayward. Man, that's stuff Little League teams don't do. An intentional walk of an inept hitter, a strikeout pass ball, a catcher's interference, and a hit by pitch from a guy who will probably be this year's Cy Young Award winner. All this again for the Nationals. They have 4 seasons of 95 or more wins in the past 6 years, and yet still have yet to win a postseason series since the move from Montreal in 2004. So I guess first thing for me is Dusty Baker. I'm not the biggest fan of Dusty. Here's a guy, he gave an intentional walk to Jason Hayward, who hit 121 in 58 at-bats over the last 2 postseasons. Anyway, puts him on base. Javier Baez swings, misses at strike 3. That's E2. Ball goes to the backstop. Catcher Matt Wieters goes back and gets it, throws to first anyway. Through a wild throw, Russell scores. Hayward raced to third. Baez winds up on second base. Tommy LaStella swings, foul ball down the left field line, or down the first base line. Catcher interference. Catcher's mitt made contact with the bat. Catcher's interference. He's awarded first base, loading the bases, and then Scherzer hits John Jay. Enough said. Cubs move on. Next on the docket for the Cubs will be the Dodgers game 1 on Saturday from Los Angeles. Dodgers tapping Clayton Kershaw with the start, who very easily could be the NL Cy Young Award winner as well. Joe Madden used Jose Quintana in Game 5 in relief. He started Kyle Hendricks yesterday. They're not going to be ready for Game 1. Jake Arrieta and John Lester out of the question after being out on Wednesday. They were used in the Wednesday game, so that leaves John Lackey, who has not appeared this postseason, as the most likely candidate. By the way, they played 6 times in the regular season. Cubs were 2-4. The Dodgers were 4-2 against the Cubs, so we'll see. So anything can happen. The Yankees approved that, and obviously the Cubbies approved that as well. So you have the Cubs against the Dodgers and the Astros against the New York Yankees. That starts, I believe, tonight. It does. I knew that. It starts tonight. And so Game 1 of the best of 7 of the American League pennant will crank it up today, and that will be in Houston. And that will be Tanaka going for against Dallas Keuchel. That'll be a 8:09 first pitch tonight in Houston, the Astros and the Yankees. Quick break. We'll come right back, and he's here. He's ready. He's our store manager, Rick Miller. We're going to talk a little Tennessee football. Ho, 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 ho. It is let me go ahead and tell you, we talked about this yesterday. It is a must-win for Commander Jones. They have got to come out of the gate tomorrow, a little fire in the belly. They've had a week off. If they don't show me anything the first half of that football game, your season's in the tank. If they get beat bad tomorrow like they did against Georgia, Butch is gone, in my humble opinion. Quick break. Rick will be here with a Friday the 13th sale. Talk a little sports. Coming up next here, we're live at Food City of the Volunteer Parkway. One of my favorite stops called this man right here, Rick Miller. Good man. We'll take a break. We'll be right back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
Back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show. No, I'm not Rick Miller. Let's get him on, though, because I want to let him talk. My man is in the house and ready to roll. Look at him. There he is, my buddy Rick Miller. Morning, sir. How are you?
I'm just wonderful. How are you?
Finder and Frog here split 3 ways, right?
4 ways.
4 ways. And there's my man, Landon Owen, coming up next from Bristol Motor Speedway. Can't wait to get him on here and talk a little racing and a little football and
foosball.
All right, here we go. You're one of the biggest UT fans I know. You know where I'm going with this.
I'm orange-blooded.
I know. We got trouble. Well, first off, do we have troubles in Knoxville? I guess that'd be my first question.
It sure looks that way.
Oh, yeah.
Sure looks that way.
Yeah. So.
Don't know what we're going to do with them.
Okay, you've had an off week.
Yep.
You've switched quarterbacks.
Yep.
Trying to jumpstart this team. He obviously knows he's coaching for his life here. So tomorrow you've had an off week. You lose a kid. Taylor quits. Garantano is now your quarterback. Dorman, he's pouting apparently. He's not sure he's going to stick around, which I don't understand that. You're only always one play away from going back in, right?
Always.
Only takes one hit and the old boy ahead of he's out.
Sure does.
Anyway, so he's talking about leaving. Excuse me. So you've got South Carolina coming. Butch has never beaten Muschamp. So what's your take on this football team? Go ahead, ladies, get one.
Well, I think the fire's gone out of their eyes. They don't have that. Don't have that fire.
Or in their belly. Ain't got no fire anywhere.
They don't have it.
Okay, I'm with you.
I don't know where they've given up or what for the year, and thinking, well, we got beat by Florida. We don't have a chance to win the SEC East. We're just going to give up. I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Can't figure out why you've got that talent. And They're just not playing ball.
You know, Georgia Tech, they got beat everywhere but the scoreboard. Let's see, who else? They had Indiana State. Let's see here.
There's just not been a pretty ball game all year.
Indiana State, you're supposed to beat them. We know what happened down in Florida.
Yep.
Let that boy get behind him, got beat on the Hail Mary.
Yep.
Then they come back home and lay an egg against the UMass, as they call it. And then they get hammered by Georgia. You got an off week. I mean, everybody knows this by now, but you got South Carolina here and then Alabama next week down in Tuscaloosa. So, you know, for me, you have got to come out tomorrow like you want to set the woods on fire. You got to.
What happened last year after an off week?
I don't know.
It was open last year.
What happened?
That's when we went and got beat by South Carolina last year.
Oh, you're right. Down there.
Yes.
With all the problems with the Jalen Hurd.
Yep.
Yeah. So
that was after a bye week. So.
I forgot about that. So, well, obviously the guy can recruit, but whether he can put it over on the field, obviously that's very obvious.
I hope so.
He
I hope he
can
can get it turned around.
Yeah.
It's not too late.
Yeah. Well,
it's not too late to finish out real well and get a decent bowl.
All right. There you go. Rick Miller's spoken, coming off the mount about Tennessee football. Jump in there and go. We got a great sale going on everywhere today. It's Friday the 13th at all Food Cities. Men are some great deals.
And this is a lucky Friday the 13th.
Lucky
sale.
Friday the
It's
13th.
Lucky Friday the 13th.
Are you superstitious?
Nah.
I'm not either.
Nah.
It's
It is what it is. What happens, happens.
There you go. Let it roll, baby. That's why I like this guy. He just says, just let it roll. So tell me about these specials. We got some good ones.
Oh, we've got some awesome Friday the 13th sale items this week. So folks come down here and take advantage of it. I promise you won't see Jason running around here nowhere with no machete or nothing like that. So just Tom. That's all you get.
No chainsaws.
No chainsaws. So
nope.
Just we got some scary prices, but you know.
Like that, he's on a roll.
Okay, Wake Up Roast Coffee, Maxwell House, $4.99 today only. You got to have that coffee. Food Club vegetables, green beans, corn, 12 cans for only $5. Now it's time to stock up the pantry. It's going to be homemade soup time, holiday time coming up. Green beans and corn, always use that stuff. John and Gold apples. That's one of the best, in my opinion, cooking apples. People don't realize that. It cooks up real nice, breaks apart for applesauce, apple stack cakes, or anything like that you're going to use. So come in $2.99 for a 5-pound bag of apples. Pillsbury Grand biscuits, one of my favorites, 99 cents. Now, this is the 8-count can. This ain't that little bitty squat can. This is the big can. So, and to go along with that, sausage. You get $1.99 Swaggerty sausage. You got biscuits, you got sausage, you got coffee. You're ready for breakfast. Chicken leg quarters, 49 cents a pound. Lux pinto beans, Great Northern beans, chili beans, 2 for $1. Kidney beans, it's time to make chili. Getting ready to turn cool this week, so don't forget that. Tyson's chicken, we got a $3.99 limit 4. This is the 20.5. It's the bag of frozen chicken, tenders, nuggets, things like that. Good for the kids. Good for the kids. Just all kinds of good things. Over in Bakery Deli, we've got the baguette bread, the long French bread, 2 for $3. $1.50 a loaf.
Say it again.
2 for $3.
You just can't beat it.
Can't beat it. Stick.
With an ugly stick. That was a stick. It's an ugly stick.
Can't beat it with an ugly stick.
All right, so you look at.
That's just today's.
That's just today.
That's not counting our normal everyday great sales we've got one on this week.
Yeah, well, jump in there. You got some buy one, get one through Tuesday night,
Food City Premium Ice Cream. Ooh. Buy one, get one free. The chunk cheese, the shredded cheese, buy one, get one free. Just all kinds of great items there. Lay's potato chips, you can't eat just one, so you got to have 2.
We're not that far away from Halloween. Food City has a great selection of Halloween candy.
We sure do. Awesome selection. Still plenty in stock. Come on in and got to take care of those little tricksters. and we've got to don't forget we've got our costume contest coming up here on the 30th for the kids. So bring your children down. We have a nice costume contest. We always give a nice treat bag. October the 30th. I know it's the day before Halloween, but can't have it on the weekend, so we've got to get it on that Monday night.
There you go.
Registration starts at 6. Judging starts at 7. So bring those
tricksters
down.
in here, the little tricksters.
Bring those little ghouls down here.
Ghouls. There you go. Again, we're live here at Food City in the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. Good morning, sir. How you doing? Paul, how you doing? Paul Musselman. As soon as I saw you, Rick, how you doing? I ain't seen you in the coon's age. You ain't changed a lick. Look at you. No? As soon as you walked in, I saw you. I ain't seen you in 4 or 5 years. I knew exactly who you were. Yeah, you're looking good. USS Dade, good job. Paul Musselman, one of the great athletes at East Tennessee State. Many years ago. A heck of a football player. One bad dude on the football field right there. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. We need some bad. We need to put him in a Tennessee uniform. Go down there and hit somebody. Lord have mercy. Load up and go, man. Load up and go. Yes, sir, Paul. Thank you, sir. Does anybody have anything for Alabama, do you think? Or Clemson? Are we on a collision course again to have a repeat? Clemson and Alabama? Looking that way. There you go. All right. Last thing before I let you go, I know Landon is chomping to get in here. We're going to talk Bristol and talk a little college football from his perspective. If you were the athletic director, all right, I'm going to give you some scenarios here. If they win tomorrow, okay, that they're going to Alabama. That kind of cool things down a little bit. If they get beat tomorrow, 2 scenarios: A, if they get beat, 3 or 4 points, whatever, or they just get dog beat like Georgia did to them. Do you make the change now? Do you wait the end of the season? And if you're the athletic director, you can go get anybody you want. Who would you get? I know there's a lot of questions, but that's kind of what everybody's been asking me, and I don't. I don't think Gruden's the answer. I think Chip Kelly may be the one. You better plug that one back in. And if you would, sir, take the white one right there and plug it in. That one right there, give it a little love shove in there. Thank you, sir. We're back. Landon Owen just got himself. He's earned his pay. Story of my life. That is the story of my life. I get plugged. So anyway, it's so if you had the choice, who would you go get?
Kelly.
Chip Kelly? Okay.
But that's me.
Yeah. Well,
I think they're going to come through tomorrow. I really think they're going to come through.
Well, South Carolina's they're okay. They're not that good a football team. They are beatable. The question is up here.
I think them boys are going to get it together.
Okay. I hope you're right for the Tennessee fan base.
I feel really good.
I was told yesterday by a guy that's got a kid down at Tennessee, they have been giving away an opportunity to get 4 tickets per student. The response for the student body is so poor, they're giving away 8 tickets now instead of 4. So they got to get some bodies in the seats.
They've just got to learn to win. They've just got to learn to win.
There you go.
And once they get that in their blood and get that taste in their mouth, it'll be like an egg-sucking dog. You won't be able to run it off.
Like, remember old Johnny Cash song, "You Dirty Old Egg-Sucking Dog"? All right, my man, you want to come back in a little while?
I'll try to get by.
I know it's crazy and it's starting to heat up, and that's good. That's what we want.
That's what we're after.
Actually, if you don't come by, that means it's good because you're too busy to get back over here.
That's exactly
a good
right.
thing. But I hope you do because I love hanging out with this guy. He's a good guy. We go back how many years? How long you been up here?
8.
Before that, you're in Colonial Heights?
7.
So we go back about 12, 13 years.
At least.
Oh, yeah, every bit of it. Good guy, folks. He runs a great store, and he's a good feller. And we like him. Give me some taters. We'll take a break, come right back. We'll go from Rick Miller to Landon Owen coming up next here. We're live at Food City in the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 613.
Oh, this is not 666 on Friday 13th.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll talk Bristol Motor Speedway and college football and a little baseball. See what my man thinks about the meltdown of the Nationals and the Indians next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
We're back live again to the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are here, and there he is, our buddy Landon Owen, the Director of Ticket Sales at Bristol Motor Speedway. Haven't had him on for a while.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for coming. First off, congratulations, you and the staff, a yeoman's job. Of course, we got the best product in NASCAR. I'll say that. But you guys, the staff, you and the ladies and the guys, yeoman's job of getting a lot of bodies in the seats over in August. It was awesome.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun. Just a huge crowd. Crowd of the year in NASCAR, and seems to only happen at Bristol. We're so grateful that fans come from all 50 states, multiple foreign countries, all over the world. We're actually in our renewal process right now, where anybody in 2017, we invite you back for 2018. And as we're going through the invoices, we play little games to see who can get the one the furthest away. And we've got them in Australia. I mean, you can't get any further away than that. So people truly come from all over the globe to come to Northeast Tennessee to see the spectacle that is the last great Coliseum.
I know we've talked before and we've had you on the show that you have a big pocket of NASCAR or Bristol fans in Canada and in Germany and in England, but a huge pocket, as you said, in Australia.
Australia is amazing. We have new fans come here every year. Some of them don't make the trip every year, of course, but it's a bucket list item for lots of folks. And we've got something, whether you're a bucket lister or whether you've been coming here since the track opened. We got something for everybody. So it's great, and we're like I said, I'm just grateful that we can provide that type of experience for everybody.
Got a NASCAR story. Got Mike Hedrick's going to join us at the top of the hour. But Barney Visser came out yesterday and said we're sticking with one team in 2018 with Furniture Row Racing. We are committed to the 78 Camry. Should be, because Truex having a heck of a year. He's in the role to win the championship.
Seems to be working out for him. Okay, with one team.
Seems to be doing okay. It's okay, Barney. Yep. Old Martin's doing pretty good. So, but the key word is, it's been this way all year long. It is our organization's goal to operate a two-car team in the future. We will continue to seek sponsorship funding for the 77. So, sponsorship out there is at a premium right now. Let's talk a little NASCAR. You've got everybody heading to Talladega this weekend. You got Truex and Kyle Busch and Larson. Everybody knows the point situation. The silly season, you've got two former champions not signed for 18, Kenseth and Kurt Busch. Danica Patrick's out. Landon Castle's out. Michael McDowell's out. Eric Amarola's out. I got them all. I think I've got them all. All these guys without a ride. Of course, Edwards is out of the race, out of the sport right now. Got all these folks without a ride in 2018, and there's not that many seats to go around now. So what do? I know Casey Kane went back with leaving family, which probably is a step down from Rick Hendrick, obviously. But what are these guys? I mean, how do you have two former champions sitting out there with no takers?
I seem to remember a movie called Cars 3 where this same thing was happening this summer. Like, they knew it ahead of time.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I mean, the best way, it's silly season. There's no other way to explain it. It's wild. It's bound to happen eventually, where you're going to have that kind of turnover in 1 or 2 years, and that's really, you saw it happening when Gordon and Stewart started those dominoes. But there's been some unexpected ones and some bombs, but those guys, they may not end up with a ride, and they may be a substitute, or they'll come in out of nowhere and win a race and then get sponsorship. So you just don't know. I don't know how to explain it other than just buckle up.
I would think, this is me, we're talking to Landon on, and you see on the screen the director of ticket sales. We're going to get a little college football in a minute, but I would think if you were a company that marketed yourself towards females, I'm just amazed, as from a marketing standpoint, why these female-generated companies, or female, not generated, but the market, the product is female-oriented, maybe that's the way to say it, is not standing in line to get her. She's popular, not had a lot of success on the track, but she's the only female on the circuit, so everybody's going to pay attention to her. Why, in your humble opinion, have some of these folks not, we're talking about the female oriented marketing companies, why have they not jumped on board? I would think they'd be standing in line to be on her car.
It's a puzzling question.
Yeah.
I don't have a good answer for it. I wish I did. If I did, I'd probably be running her marketing team.
There you go.
But I'm not. I'm a ticket guy. But yeah, it's a difficult space right now. You mentioned the sponsorship. We're grateful. We're a little spoiled, and we don't take it for granted by any means. But we're sitting inside one of our great sponsors at Food City. And we've been doing that for 25 years, 30 years as a total, 25 on the races. So those type of partners don't come around every day, and they're to be valued beyond anything else. Value every day, right?
Absolutely.
Am I right?
Smooth, man, smooth.
But we're, it's a hard space to be in, and you hate to see people folding their teams because they can't, pay for the rides. I think that's more of a NASCAR as a sport issue. That perhaps a more condensed schedule, less travel. They've tried to remedy some of that this year. They tried some sampling of 2-day weekends instead of 3-day weekends. Fans kind of mixed on it. It's a hard question to answer right now, but I can tell you that people in this business are really smart.
Sure.
And they're working on it every single day.
Well, and you see, I think the young guys are catching on here. The young pups, as we call, they understand you have to get back out there and press the flesh, shake hands and kiss babies, and that's what the sport needs, and that's what you see the young guys doing that. I thought it was really cool when William Byron won that race. Let's see, we'll make sure I got it right. William Byron? No, not William Byron. Who won the race at Charlotte, the Xfinity race? Yeah, it was William Byron, wasn't it? Where he went and gave the flag to the little girl. He autographed it. Yeah, he autographed the flag. His championship. Yeah, it was his first win ever.
Okay.
Yes, Byron. And so he wins. And he takes his Sharpie and signs it and reaches through the fence and hands it to this little girl.
That's awesome.
7 or 8 years old. Her mom was older, maybe not even that old. And I thought, this kid, this is his first win ever. That should be something up in the trophy case. And yet, he handed it through the window. When Ryan Blaney won earlier in the year, instead of doing the burnout, he took his flag and went like the old school. He said, went around the apron or the upper outside wall of the track with the flag out, and the fans went nuts. So, I think the young guys. Where I'm going with all this is, I think NASCAR is in a good spot right now. You're seeing the transition. We've had transition before. When Petty got out, and Yarborough got out, and David Pearson got out, had the young pups come up. So you got another surge of young pups, and I think it's good right now.
I think the way you put it is good. It's a surge. They're all coming in together, so they're all going to grow together, learn together, and develop rivalries together. And they're going to compete over time, and that'll turn into a lot of wins for some people. And there's some good personalities. I think as more people learn more about the young guns, as a lot of people call them, that they're going to like what they see. We get to see them. These are interesting guys, and there's more on the way. So I couldn't be more excited about where we're going.
I mean, you look at the Truck Series. You got young, 2 or 3 rookies in that series trying to win the championship. Same with the Xfinity Series. Got some guys that are rookies trying to race for a championship. So I think it's all good. You got young guys up there in the Cup Series with Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney. So I think the sports, is in a transitional period, and all we got to do is, we do it at Bristol, but everybody else got to get some more bodies in the seats at the tracks, and I know they're working hard to do that. But we had a pretty good run in 2017, given the fact we had a lot of rain in the spring. We still came out on that Monday and had a pretty good showing for fans that hung around. Of course, for me, August was over the top, man. I loved it. The atmosphere and those last 25 laps of that Cup race when you had Kenseth and Eric Jones and Kyle Busch duking it out. I mean, and whether you like Kyle Busch or not, the guys passing people in the turns at 120. Yep. And of course the guy sweeps. Absolutely, no question. So. Anyway, tell me about ticket renewal for 2018.
Well, today actually is a pretty big day. If you renew or purchase, if you're not a season ticket holder, that's fine. Give us a call. We'll set you up with season tickets today. And today's the last day to save 10% on those season ticket packages. They start as low as $149 for adults, and kids are just $20. $20 for the whole season. Xfinity races are free. Cup days are $10 for kids. So if you're getting your season tickets today, make sure you add your kids' tickets to it. They do need a reserved seat. We'll make sure they're right next to you. You get it today while they're available. But today's the last day for 10%. If you don't want to do the 10%, and there's some other discount options that wouldn't be available for, we've still got cold passes to get inside the pits, the drivers' meetings. You can sit in on that, get some free truck tickets, other discounts that are available. So great day today down at the ticket office, 423 Bristol, 866-415-4158. Tom Taylor will call you and tell you about how much you're going to pay per lap after you come back from a break. Give us a call today. Tell them you heard us on the Tom Taylor Show, and we'll give you that 10% off today.
There you go. It's all good. It is all good, and so can't wait. Yeah. You did the research. It looked like to me up in the stands in August, we saw a lot more kids. I mean, that was the goal, to get the young kids in there. And why would you not with the prices we're talking about? So is that a fair statement? You did see young kids in there, a lot of youngins?
We never, the night race is different. We never really saw a lot of kids for the night race back in the day. It's a different race. Spring traditionally is more of the family and the race. August is a little bit more of the party, but we saw that there was a huge demand for kids. Our kids' numbers tripled year over year, and as they should. I mean, it was next to nothing to bring them for the kid themselves. So it was a great success. We're bringing it back for this year, and we look forward to hopefully we can triple that number again.
August race, is that the biggest race on the circuit so far as attendance, or close to it?
I think that and Daytona are 1-2. I'm not sure though of the order. Our place is obviously a lot bigger than Daytona, but I don't know exactly where that fell. But I can tell you I was at both of them, and I'm probably taking this horse up here.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You were at Daytona, weren't you?
I was at Daytona this year.
So you were there with the bird's eye
and
view.
it was great. Hey, Daytona's really done a really nice job with their facility. The experience down there is good. But I'll put ours up against anybody's any day.
Everybody says this weekend, hello Deb, how you doing, dear? Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is the favorite because he won the Super Speedway.
That's who I got.
Is that who you going?
That's who I got
for this weekend.
In my pool, I got Ricky.
Really?
Yep.
Well,
you can only take a guy once, so I've got I got to take Ricky this week. Hopefully, he gets me a top 5.
There you go.
Yep.
We're talking to our buddy Landon Owen. Let's switch gears. Talk a little. Got college football we're going to talk about, but first baseball. you look at two teams that caught fire. The Yankees did not win the division, went into the wild card, beat the Twins, then go in and push Cleveland to the limit and eliminate one of the teams that everybody thought, because they set that Major League winning record in September. Everybody said this with Kluber and this team's a shoe-in to get back to the World Series. Yankees said no, that's not going to happen. So the Indians went out with a whimper. Then last night, the Nationals, these guys have won. What was the story I had? They've had
more
4 seasons, have 95 or more wins in the past 6 years, and yet have never won a postseason series. And I know that hurts you.
Yeah,
I can tell that you're getting ready to tear up. But
so sad. If you're watching online, you can see the big smile on my face.
Oh yeah.
No, that's terrible. I mean, I can't even say it with a straight face.
You're not a big National fan, but you're a big Cubs fan.
No,
actually, you're a big Mets
fan.
And so, why don't you like the Nationals?
Because they beat the Mets a lot.
I got you.
Yeah, they beat us a lot, Tom. So if you can't be in the race, you take pride in the misery of others, I guess. Am I right?
There you go.
As a native New Yorker, that's what you were taught from a very young age.
So Nationals are out. I don't know if they're going to retain Dusty or not. And once again, he's underachieved. You know, he did it in Cincinnati, did it with the Cubs. Now he's done it, and to a certain point in San Francisco.
Yep.
And here he is with the Nationals. Plus, you know, he's getting a little long with the tooth. But Red Sox, they fired John Farrell. What's the deal?
From my sources in the clubhouse, if I'm Tim Kirkshin here, there was just a lot of internal stuff from what I hear. Not what I hear, what others hear. You know, who knows? You got to win. I mean, they were talking about before Girardi came back, he was down 0-2, they wanted to get rid of Girardi. Come on.
Yeah.
You want to get rid of Dusty Baker. The playoffs are hard.
Yeah.
Great stat that I heard this week. Since the wild card came about, there's been 24 teams that have won 100 games during the regular season. Only 4 of them have won the World Series.
Wow.
And 2 of them were the Yankees.
I'll say it again. That's an incredible stat.
24 teams have won 100 games during the regular season since the wild card came about.
And only
4.
Only 4.
3 different franchises. Only 4 teams have won the World Series with over 100 wins in the wild card era.
That's incredible.
That's pretty incredible.
It is incredible.
You look at the Mariners when they set the record. They won 116 games, got bounced by the Yankees. And I think they had won 100 games that year too. So it's hard, folks. And when you're in a wild card best of 5 or that divisional series best of 5, you look, Kluber, he had 2 bad nights. The guy hadn't had 2 bad nights all year. He's going to win the Cy Young. And he had 2 bad nights. And not even a bad night. Not even an off night. He just gave a bad pitch. And you lose, and now you're home.
All right, let's break them down again. We're talking to Landon Over. We'll talk a little college football coming up here in a minute. You got the Astros-Yankees, best of 7 starting tonight. You've got Tanaka going for the Yankees and Keuchel going for the Astros. Best of 7, Astros or Yankees, and why?
I'm going to go with the Astros. One, because I'd like to see the team from Houston win after what happened this year. So I don't think you need any more reason than that to give them some good news. But I like their pitching. And I think it's a good story. I like to see different teams win. They've never won, at least in my lifetime. And I think that'd be a great story. And I love the little guy. The little guy.
Jose Altuve.
The little guy.
5'6".
He's just, he hits 3 home runs.
5'6".
5'6" 3
hits 3 taters. And crushes them, too.
The little guy. He'll probably win the MVP. And so I just think it's a great story. What a redemption story for the city of Houston. Also interesting that the 4 largest cities in the United States are hosting the 4 playoff teams.
Houston.
Heard that one this morning, too. I'm going to credit Walt Clark on that one.
Houston,
Chicago,
L.A.,
and New York.
And New York.
Top 4 largest cities.
Cubs, Dodgers, best of 7 starts Saturday.
Cubs won last year. They can go back to being the lovable losers again. I like the Dodgers and the Astros, and I'm going to take the Astros.
Taking the Astros to win it all.
Going early.
Sentimental story.
Going in early on the Astros.
Cinderella, sentimental.
Yep. Let's go for it.
After everything went on and they're still trying to. The news has moved on, but the need is still there in Texas.
Yes.
Every bit of as it is in Florida. We're talking to Landon O, and let's talk college football. Where do you want to start? We got all kinds of stories brewing. Let's start We'll roll with it. Let's go down to K-Town. What's going on down there? What do you think's Butch in trouble?
Yeah, probably.
Is the sun outside? Yes, Tom. Yeah. Will the sun go down tonight? Yes.
Ooh,
he's in trouble,
man,
Tom.
start with the tough ones. Yeah, good, great. I really like Butch as a coach. I just think he's probably lost the team. And when you lose the team, you lose your job. John Farrell in Boston. And that dude won a World Series in Boston. So
you do feel like he's lost the locker room? That's what I keep hearing.
I think that is the most important. If you lose locker room, you're done.
You're done.
They probably won't make if it were me and I'm in the AD's chair, I'm probably not going to announce anything, but I'm probably calling people now to get them lined up. Obviously, with tampering, you can't do that, but if there's a guy out there that's not coaching right now that you think you can get, I know Tennessee fans love to throw out John Gruden, but he ain't coming.
He ain't coming. Chip Kelly.
Hey, let's get baby Kiff back up there. He's $1 million to 1 in Vegas to be the next head coach. I might just go put some money on that. Come on, entertainment value would be through the roof. You would have so much content. Think of how good your business would be.
I could just make it the Lane Kiffin show every day because this guy's the king of one-liners, man.
Oh man,
he's all over Saban.
Yeah,
about the rat poison. I mean, this guy's.
How entertaining would that be?
Oh, but he ain't coming. So I keep hearing Chip Kelly. I keep hearing the defensive coordinator Clemson.
Chip Kelly's out there. That's a good one. I certainly think that Venables is probably ready for a head job. I mean, what more do you have to accomplish as an assistant? Yeah, who knows?
What about
maybe Bob Stoops?
Stoops?
He's not doing anything.
What about just went blank? Head coach of Duke, Cutcliffe.
Cutcliffe,
come back.
That's interesting. I think he's probably he's going to retire at Duke. He's built something really good there. It's hard to win there, but I was watching a game earlier this year and seeing their stadium full and the new renovations that they've made. Good for them. I hope he stays at Duke as long as he wants to.
We'll throw out a couple more. Again, we're talking to Atlanta, talking a little college football. We're live at Food City, the Volunteer Parkway. Coming up top of the hour, we'll be joined by Mike Hedrick with a preview of the Talladega and the Kansas race weekend trucks and the Cup Series in Talladega, the Xfinity Series in Kansas, and he'll join us coming up here at the top of the hour. James Franklin, Penn State, at UT.
No.
Nope.
Moving on. He ain't leaving. He put out a tweet this morning. I guess Texas A&M
all over him
was trying to get that, and he's like, I don't know what people are trying to do. He's from PA. He put out, this is his tweet, from PA, number 3 ranked team in the country, number 3 ranked recruiting class. And he's killing it.
He ain't going anywhere.
He ain't going anywhere.
No.
He's
and
making
took a program in shambles to turn it around.
In a year, essentially. He went from year
Scratch
one.
him off the list. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, just, no. He ain't going anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, he's done.
Bobby Petrino, Louisville.
Whew.
AD's gone. Scandal in Louisville. He may want out.
He may get out anyway. I mean, new guy coming in. I don't know. Petrino's, the place he was most successful was Louisville. The place he'll be most successful is Louisville. I don't think he's hireable anywhere else. So I think he probably stays as long as he can hope to stay. That's not to say the new AD doesn't want to come in and make his own hire.
Here's one for you. Dana Holgerson, West Virginia, coming to UT.
Not a bad thought. Texas guy.
Step up.
Former Wingate University receivers coach. There you go.
Step up from West Virginia to Tennessee, you think?
Make the home opener, or make the 2018 opener really interesting.
Real interesting.
In
Charlotte?
Charlotte?
The Mountaineers, yep. So
that's an interesting name. Interesting relationship in Morgantown there, too. Interesting guy, really. I don't know if he meshes with the Knoxville fans. Yeah.
We're talking to our buddy Landon Owens. So, here's the thing. If Butch wins tomorrow, everything's going to be quieted down. If they lose, I've heard 2 scenarios. If they lose big, and Nevada's laying egg like it against Georgia, they're going to make a change.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I'm not out here trying to advocate the man losing his job, but it's obvious the fan base is upset. But you made the key point about everything. Because you played sports and I played sports, it doesn't make any difference what everybody else think. Inside that locker room, if they're for you, it's good. If he has lost that locker room, I don't care who they're playing. I don't care who he starts as quarterback. If the kids have checked out on you, you say they have. Everybody I've talked to said they've had down in Knoxville.
You can see it. Watch the game.
Then the body language is there. Then it's a sunk ship.
After they came back from Florida, which they played well, I know they lost in heartbreaking fashion. But if you watched a little bit of the next game, they were asleep. They were done. So after that, I think it's going to be hard for Butch. I'd like to see him have success. I think he's a good coach. I think he's a good guy. But I think it's going to be. I think he's rowing upstream.
I love his guy. Boys, he's swimming upstream. As Popeye told Olive Oil, there she blows as the ship's sinking.
Yep.
All right. Auburn, independent investigating into allegations of academic fraud at Auburn.
Is it Tuesday already?
Yeah. One football player allegedly had earned a perfect score in an online final before the test was even administered. Well, imagine that.
At
Owen,
Auburn.
You got a 100.
No way. No way.
You got a 100, Mr. Owen. And by the way, the test until next week.
I'm sorry. I have some friends at Auburn. They're good. Yeah, they're real good.
Take one. It's yours. All you got to do is smile. I want to see a smile. So there you go. Get whatever you need. All right, now check this out. This is under the category of an awkward situation. Tomorrow.
Okay.
LSU Auburn. All right. Tomorrow on the sideline, former coach Les Miles will be honored as part of the 10-year anniversary of the national championship team in 07. Okay. The interesting part of this, Ed Orgeron, who Miles hired in 2015 as his defensive line coach, of course now the team's head coach, under fire, of course. Also the fact that LSU plays number 11 Auburn, whose victory over Miles last year cost him his job at Auburn. Oh, by the way, Miles' buyout, $8 million over the next 5 years. So this guy's going to be on the sideline tomorrow with the 2007 national championship team, standing beside the coach that he hired but fired him and succeeded him. And so the Mad Hatter will be there on the sideline tomorrow against the team that he lost last year and they fired him over. So I'm looking at the schedule and I'm thinking.
Good scheduling.
I'm thinking, I look at LSU's schedule. Here's who they had at home. They could Chattanooga, Syracuse, Arkansas, and what about the last game of the year, Texas A&M? But why do you bring the Mad Hatter back out and honor this team when they're playing Auburn?
Probably for the same reason Dabo's going to be at Alabama to get a free scouting trip, and Bama's probably paying for it, right?
Sure, absolutely.
Hey, come on down and watch us play. We'll see you in the national title again.
And bring your notepad while you're here.
Yep.
All right, let's run down some of these games tomorrow. Again, we're talking to Landon. I want to get your top 10, and I know you got to get trucking back. Big day at the ticket office. Clemson, Syracuse tonight, rather.
I would love to pull the upset, but we're not there yet, so Clemson.
All right. Washington State 6-0 at Cal 3-3.
I'm going to go Washington State.
North Carolina State 5-1 at Pitt 2-4. Trap game for the Wolfpack.
No.
Are they for real?
I don't know if they're for real, but they're really, really good.
All right.
They win the way teams need to win.
Texas Tech at West Virginia. 4-1 Red Raiders. Mountaineers 3-2.
Where's it at?
Morgan Hole.
Home team.
Okay. Auburn LSU.
Auburn.
Miami Georgia Tech. Hurricanes 4-0. Yellow Jackets 3-1. Only lost to Tennessee.
Where is it?
In Florida.
I'll take Miami, but it's close.
Red River Rivalry. Oklahoma 4-1. Texas 3-2.
Oklahoma large.
Cotton Bowl tomorrow. Big win, blowout win. All right.
They're mad.
As Barney told Andy, it's going to be big, Andy. Big.
Yep.
So, all right. Let's see who else we got. Ohio State and Nebraska. I think this is a trap game for the Buckeyes. 5-1 Ohio State, 3-3 Nebraska. Riley's coaching for his life in Nebraska. What do you think?
I don't think Nebraska's got it yet. Ohio State big.
Alabama, Arkansas, Roll Tide.
Bama.
Everybody
does it matter?
No.
Who they're playing?
No.
Not right now. It doesn't.
They can play the Raiders next week. They beat the Raiders. Bama's, I think they're better this year than we were last year.
Yeah.
Really and truly.
Yeah.
All right. Utah, the Utes 4-1 at Southern Cal in the Coliseum. Trojans 5-1.
Southern Cal. Had a preseason in my number one. I'm not selling them yet.
All right.
I'll tell you why in a minute.
I'm going to leave anybody out.
All right.
These are the big games.
Okay.
Some of them are cream puff games.
No ranked teams playing this week, right?
Yeah.
A lot of upsets. Here they come.
Really?
Here they come.
All right, go ahead.
I think this could be upset Saturday. I don't know who else is going to win, but there's some teams maybe that are just on the fringe that there could be some upsets here. Oregon, Stanford is one to watch.
Yeah, there's one. Yeah, I missed that one. 4-2 and 4-2.
Yep. I don't know. I just think that it's setting up. Usually you're kind of falling asleep when there's no big game. Michigan State, Michigan last week was a perfect example of somebody that should have taken care of business, and Michigan State rose up and got them.
All right, Purdue's in Wisconsin. I didn't talk about it.
Watch out for Purdue.
Okay.
That's I'll take that one right there. I'll take Purdue.
Think Purdue to win it in Wisconsin.
I think they're due for a big one, and they have been playing really, really well this year.
And then the other one I kind of glossed over was the Michigan and Indiana for homecoming. Indiana's homecoming. Surely Michigan's not going to go and lay an egg in Bloomington for homecoming.
They hadn't really. I know they played Florida and they killed them. But Florida has proven that they're not awesome. So I don't know. Michigan's a team that's going to decide an awful lot over the next few weeks. They have a murderous row schedule. They got Notre Dame, Ohio State, Penn State, and Wisconsin left on their schedule. It's crazy. But I think a team outside the top 10 right now is going to be in the playoff.
Who's your top five? We're talking to Landon Owen. Who's your top five in college football? Do you agree with the polls?
I think I put TCU ahead of Washington in the polls, but I like the top four that are there right now. But I think one of the teams amongst Miami, this is 11 through 17 right now. Miami, Oklahoma, USC, Oklahoma State, Virginia Tech, Notre Dame, and Michigan. Notre Dame's schedule is stupid. They have nothing but ranked teams left except for one game, and that's against Wake Forest, who, with a break against Florida State, is ranked as well. So there is a lot of ranked teams that are going to move up. Miami's tough blow. They lost a running back, or else they'd be in I think they're the team that's going to fall the furthest long term. Michigan could fall. Notre Dame, who knows? Virginia Tech probably sets up to run the table, and they're going to get a rematch with Clemson.
Yep. So
if they win, they're going in. If USC runs the table, they're going to get Washington or Washington State. So that Washington State they could avenge, and they'll get in. There's just a lot of ways. Washington and Washington State, that's going to be – imagine if they stay on their path. Apple Cup.
The Apple
11-0s. They could be crazy. Game of the century in Washington.
Hokies off this week. They got North Carolina next week in Lane Stadium. The Bucks tomorrow head down to Western Carolina. We remember what happened up in Bristol at the Speedway last year.
I remember well.
34-31.
I think both teams probably remember what happened. So very good under-the-radar game.
Ticket renewal. Tell us one more time. I know you got to get going.
Save 10% on your season tickets today only. If you purchased after today, we'll save you an extra 5%. But save that extra few bucks. We know it helps everybody. Or choose one of our great incentives like cold passes, driver's meeting passes, truck tickets, parking. We've got lots of incentive for season ticket holders. Remember, kids $20, adults start at $149. 423 Bristol, 415-4158. Boom. 866 in the front. Tom, good to see you, buddy.
Great job. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll go on the phone to Northern Virginia, talk NASCAR with Mike Hedrick. We're live again at Food City. We still got high school football to go through. And also we got some hockey. Predators won last night. We'll tell you about that. And also some NFL news. Ezekiel Elliott in trouble, and they have one of their big defensive tackles, nose man, one of the linemen for the Cowboys, abruptly retired. So I think we got some problems in Big D. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We're live at Food City on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's Chevy Truck Month, Take 2 at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. The savings and selection of over 600 new Chevys to choose from are at an all-time high. 1500 All-Star Crew, $11,000 off. 1715 All-Star Double Cab, $10,000 off. 18 Equinox LT, $5,000 off. 17 Traction Traverse, $5,000 off. Shop us online 24/7 and remember our Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology has just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
And we're back again. We're live again. Thank you for being with us at Food City in the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. Again, the Lucky Friday the 13th sale. We got Mike on the phone. We'll get to him in just a second because I want to tell you some of these specials going on all day long at all Food Cities. If you're a coffee connoisseur, Maxwell House Coffee, 30-ounce container, limit 2 for $4.99. RC Products, 6-pack half-liter bottles, 6 for $10. Jana Gold apples. Man, you talking about something will slice good, eat good. Put a little peanut butter on them. 5-pound bag, limit 2 for $2.99. Pillsbury Grand biscuits, one-day price, limit 4, 99 cents. These are all at all Food Cities today and today only. Also, you have Swaggerty sausage, 16-ounce package for $1.99. Also, Lux Pinto beans, a one-day price. These are 15-ounce cans, limit 12, 2 for $1. And Tyson frozen selected varieties of chicken, one-day price, limit 4, $3.99 at all Food Cities. And again, we're at Food City this week, Food City in the Volunteer Parkway. Let's go to the phone. He's there, our buddy Mike Hedrick from Northern Virginia talking NASCAR. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. Hey, Tom, I didn't get the tie and jacket memo. And, hey, to add on to those Food City specials, don't forget the Food Club green beans. You can get 12 cans for just $5 right there.
There you go. You got it. Limit 12. Food Club green beans or corn today and today only. The tie, every now and then I get a wild hair and think, I'm going to put the coat and tie on. And so for no particular reason except we just did it, and here we are. So anyway, we're running and rolling and going, so let's do a preview. They're at the Super Speedway, Talladega. Give me a preview for the Cup and the truck drivers this weekend in Talladega.
Man, I love Talladega. That is, besides, it's a great track to go to. If you actually go out to the track, every parking space at Talladega is a camping space. I mean, so if you go out there and stay, you can just stay overnight. It's the biggest track on the NASCAR circuit. It's 2.66 miles. It's a tri-oval with really big banking. It's got 33-degree banking in the turns. Even the tri-oval is 18 degrees. It was built in 1969 by Big Bill France and was originally called the Alabama International Motor Speedway. Changed its name in 1989. We know that Joey Logano won this race last year, and everybody knows that Ricky Stenhouse won it in the spring. But you know what? Martin Truex and Chase Elliott had the poles there. Now, we're talking about Dale Jr. all the time, and you know what? There's good reason to talk about him. He's not in the playoffs right now, but of all the drivers, the active drivers, he has the most wins of 6. Now, his daddy had 10. Of the top 5s, Dale Jr.'s got 12 top 5s. His daddy had 23. And the top 10s, Kurt Busch actually has the most top 10s of current drivers with 7. But Dale Sr. with 27. The man, they said he could just see the air moving around there at Talladega. Hey, qualifying is going to be important. You're going to want to be up front as best as you can. 57% of the races have been won from the top 5. 70% have been won from the top 10. Now, I just learned this fact on NASCAR.com today. You think that the fastest car always wins races, but traditionally the fastest car only wins about 40% of NASCAR races, and really only 18% of the time does the fastest car win at Talladega. A lot of it comes down to luck, positioning, and probably a lot of pucker factor when stuff gets really going crazy there.
Now, what would be the pucker factor? This is a family show, but what, my friend, would you define as a pucker factor?
Man, if you're riding anywhere from about the 5th or 6th car back into the 20s or 30s, I think you're in no control. I mean, you're at the destiny of people wiggling around, and I think that this is going to be a much more active Talladega because of the stages and the points that are coming in, and we're finding out how important they are in the playoffs. Even now that you're in the playoffs, it's very important to get those stage points. So gone are the days when you would see somebody like a Jimmy Johnson just ride at the very back of the 43 all day long, and then at the very last run try to come up to the front. Everybody's going to have to be up there really racing for it. I know a lot of people are calling for Ricky Stenhouse Jr., that they're saying he's the favorite because he won there in the springtime. I don't see it. I think it's going to be one of the top guys. I think if you're in the top 8, the cutoff is here in a little bit. I think it's going to be one of those guys. But the big thing about Talladega is a lot of points can be made up, and Kenseth is only out of that 8 by 1 point. Even Ricky Stenhouse is only out by 10 points. So you have a big wreck that starts with the people up front and eliminates a lot of those big names. I mean, I still think there's a lot of wiggle room here in the Cup playoffs.
We're talking to Mike Hedrick again in Northern Virginia. So the Cup drivers, out of all that you just said, you didn't mention Kyle Larson, you didn't mention Kyle Busch or Truex. Are these guys factors typically on a super speedway like Talladega?
Well, I think anybody who's right up in there, your Truex is. We haven't really traditionally seen Larson be that really great. And you know what? Don't count a guy like a Denny Hamlin, who you think of him as being a short track or a flat track racer, but in these last year he's done really well at Talladega. We know that he won Daytona just a year or so ago, so maybe he's the dark horse in all this. The neat thing about the playoffs right now is you've got 4 Fords, you've got 4 Chevys, and you got 4 Toyotas. It's mixed up pretty well up there, but I'm not sure if that I see Stenhouse, being the favorite, or maybe not even your Larsons. I think, experience. Some of the older drivers are going to know to get out of the way, stay out of the way, how to avoid trouble, and things like that.
Well, the guy that's defending the race from a year ago is Joey Logano, so we'll see. Of course, he's not in the chase or in the playoffs, but obviously he's still out there trying to get wins, so we'll see. We're talking again to Mike Hedrick. The Truck Series, last year Grant Enfinger won the race at Talladega. They'll race there tomorrow. The Camping World Truck Series will eliminate some drivers after tomorrow's racing. So right now, Christopher Bell and Ben Rhodes have already moved on to the next round. So you have Matt Crafton, Johnny Sauter, Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric, Kaz Gralla, and John Hunter Nemechek. Those guys are still duking it out, and so 2 will be eliminated. So you're really down to 2 have already moved on. So you got 6 drivers trying to get 2 more or 4 more slots. So it's going to get a little dicey, obviously, coming up for the truck race this weekend, tomorrow, to be exact, at Talladega.
I think a dicey is exactly what you want if you're one of those guys that are just below that cut line. Because, like we said, a lot of points can be made up. Kaz Gralla, he's below that line, but he's only 8 points out. John Hunter Nemechek a little further out with 14. But if you have something that catches up, your Matt Crafton and your Johnny Sauters and your Chase Briscoe, those guys that are up there but aren't locked in, like your Christopher Bell and your Ben Rhodes, I still think that there's some hope for those guys. Kaz Gralla, hey, we know that he pulled off the Daytona win earlier this season, so maybe Super Speedways is going to be his ticket into this, but it's going to be an incredibly fast race. The guys are actually down at Talladega on the track right now. The trucks are out there right now. Cup guys get out of practice at 1 o'clock today and again at 3 o'clock. But, yeah, the truck guys are out there right now. I can't peek over and see how fast they're going right now, but they're zooming there at Talladega.
You got it. The Xfinity Series is going to be at Kansas this week. That's where they were. That's where everybody else will be next week. But they're in Kansas. this week in the Xfinity Series, and Kyle Busch won that race a year ago. I don't think he's in the field, obviously, this weekend for that race. So kind of recap what's going on in the Xfinity Series right now.
Well, this is the start of their round of 8, so you've got, and which means they're going to whittle down to 4. You got your William Byron and your Justin Allgaiers and your Elliott Sadler. They're 1, 2, 3. That's junior motorsports. They are incredible, fast this year. I think when it comes down, one of the champion, Xfinity champion, I think is going to come out of that junior motorsports team, which is good for junior. But you know what? Don't cut old Cole Custer out. That's a brand new team with that Stewart-Haas Racing team, that 00. And I like old Cole Custer. He's not much to, well, he's kind of like me. He's not much to look at, but you know what? You give him a shot and he can do good. But, and also, the young Matt Tiff, Ryan Reed, Brendan Poole. We're hearing now that Brendan Poole, we'll talk about that later on, but Brendan Poole looks like he might have a cup ride for next year.
There you go. Let's talk about that. Again, we're talking with our buddy Mike Hedrick on the phone from Northern Virginia. Does a phenomenal job. He'll be with us on Monday. We'll be at American Import and Auto Repair. We'll be recapping this weekend's racing in Talladega and Kansas. So let's jump in and go the silly season, the car numbers. What's going on with all that?
Okay, this week here, we just found out that Landon Castle is going to be out of that front row number 34 car. And we're also, like I just kind of mentioned there right now, some of the cars are getting filled up. We're hearing that Brendan Poole, Xfinity driver, in their playoffs right now, is going to be moving over to the number 27 RCR car. Now, that's where Paul Menard is coming up out of there, going over to the Wood Brothers team. And we also know that Xfinity drivers, William Byron is going to the 24 and Alex Bowman going to the 88. So I did a little looking to see what drivers are looking for a ride, and then, hey, let's see if I can find some cars for them. The drivers that we know of, we've been talking about are your Eric Almirola, your Matt Kenseth, your Kurt Busch, your Danica Patrick, now your Landon Castle, your Michael McDowell, and your Bubba Wallace. That's a lot of good drivers right there. So I got looking and seeing where the empty holes are. Well, there's an empty 00. That's going to be a new team that could get filled up. We know that the number 10 car, Stewart-Haas Racing, Danica's coming out of that, so that's going to be an empty seat. We also know that the number 15, Premium Motorsports, doesn't have a driver locked in next year for 2018. The number 23, BK Racing, does not have a driver locked in for next year, although they've had drivers this year here. And the 34, which Landon Castle is coming out of, doesn't have a driver. Now, we think that David Reagan might be in the 38 front row, but it's nothing positive. Coming down the numbers, you get to the number 41, that's Stewart-Haas. That's where Kurt Busch was in, might be in. I think he's going to be in that car. I think that they're just waiting for Monster energy drink. They've been kind of holding off on telling NASCAR whether they're coming back to NASCAR and also whether they're going to be sponsoring the 41 at Stewart-Haas. I think he's going to be in there. Getting up a little further in numbers, the number 43, Richard Petty, iconic number. We think that Bubba Wallace is going to be in there. Richard Petty has said that he wants him in there, but they're looking for sponsorship. And as you reported earlier today, that the number 77, Bernie Visser, is not going to field a car in 2018, but looks to field that out there. So there's about 7 or 8 drivers that are looking for rides, and there's about 7 or 8 cars that could use somebody. Now, is it the premium level that a Matt Kenseth or a Kurt Busch or an Almirola is used to with a top-tier team? Maybe not, but those are seats that they can get into.
Well put. Great job. Again, Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR fans reporter. What do you want to leave us with again today, my friend, on this Friday the 13th? Are you superstitious, by the way?
No, I'm not superstitious at all. Hey, just a little prayers for my son and his wife and my grandson, Jai. They're actually backpacking around the world. They're in Chiang Mai, Thailand right now. They're going to be gone just about a year. You can follow them along at thumbtacksblog.com. But, yeah, just some prayers for them as they travel around. They got backpacks, and they're going all over the world to Australia and the Cook Islands and Polynesia and Dubai and Kenya and Rwanda and all kind of places. So if y'all don't mind, I know all the good people in East Tennessee are, good God-fearing people, and all the people on the TV and the radio. So a little prayer for them would be great, and just God bless everybody real good.
There you go. How about some taters, fish taters?
Screen taters. Woohoo!
Woo-hoo. Good job, Mike Hedrick. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, my friend, and we will talk to him again on Monday. Super job, as always, as we're here live at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. It is the lucky Friday the 13th one-day sale. Am I superstitious? Absolutely not. No, not in any way, shape, or form. Oh, goodness. I think I didn't take because we got to start right out of the shoot on the show, but sat down last night and watched some of the Bible, the Roman Downey produced series, and watched the crucifixion, and incredible. I think that's the word I would use. What he did for us, goodness gracious. And again, the book of Isaiah says his visage was marred beyond human likeness. It says the folks that saw him were appalled at what they saw. He was a piece of hamburger hanging up on that cross for us. So what's it got to do with superstitious? No, I'm not superstitious at all. Friday the 13th, black cats walking in the ladders, any of that garbage? No, not superstitious. All I know is the one I served hung on the cross, and after I watched what he went through last night in that movie, and I'm thinking, how in the world? I'm not doing enough to proclaim his name, spread the gospel for what he did for us. It's incredible. And again, it says that, he was basically a piece of hamburger hanging up on the cross. His visage, or his appearance, was marred beyond human likeness. Couldn't even tell he was a human being. So when you see these movies, even The Passion of the Christ, with the one that Mel Gibson did, that's not even close to the way it was, based on what it says in the book of Isaiah. When people looked at him and said they were appalled at what they saw, and his visage was marred beyond human likeness. Whew. And you ask if I'm superstitious? No. I got my fingers in the belt loops of the King of Kings, and I'm going where he wants me to go. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're going to come back. Where we're going is to a break, and we'll be right back. We'll talk high school football. We'll talk National Hockey League, kind of clean things up a little bit. Got several different topics. Ezekiel Elliott and some Cowboy news in the National Football League. Again, there was a game last night. There was a win by the Eagles over the Panthers, 28-23. And so we'll take a look at the Cowboys' problems continue now for Ezekiel Elliott. All that and more next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by the good folks right here. I've been sipping on it all day long. Grib Energy Drink, them root beers that'll set you free. We got root beer, white grape, pineapple, pink grapefruit, ultra orange, a sugar-free pink grapefruit, the sugar-free ultra orange, and also the lemon lime, all here as giveaways. And we've gone through pretty near 2 cases already here on the table, folks, with a free take one. Of course, we sell them on the buy one, get one here at Food City. And I was talking to Rick. Rick says they really fly out of this particular store, and that's a good thing. Quick break. We'll be right back. We are live, as we said, at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol, here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by show number 613, we are, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad-spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. A couple of the specials again today. Friday the 13th, they're calling Lucky Friday the 13th, one-day sale all day long today. Maxwell House Coffee, 30-ounce container, limit to $4.99, one day only. Food Club green beans or corn, 12 cans for $5, limit 12. Jonna Gold Apples, Jonagold, out of this world apple. Excellent eating apple, cooking apples, Rick said earlier, the store manager. 5-pound bag for $2.99, limit 2, today only. Keebler sandwich crackers for $1.49, limit 4. Also today at Food City on the, what we call it, the Lucky Friday the 13th sale. Chicken leg quarters, gold leaf chicken leg quarters, 49 cents a pound. 49 cents a pound today and today only. Sold in 10-pound bags. Lux pinto beans, one-day price 2 for $5. Tyson chicken, frozen selected varieties, limit 4, one-day price for $3.99 again at your local Food City. Of course, we're here at the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol, but this is at all Food City locations across the chain today and today only. They got some great sales. Also, some other ones that will be going on until Tuesday. Buy one, get one free. Lay's potato chips, Food City premium ice cream. Buy one, get one free. Food Club chunk cheese, buy one, get one free. Old El Paso dinner kits, buy one, get one free. Soup, love soup. I can eat soup year-round and do eat soup year-round. Campbell's Chunky Soup, 99 cents a can, buy 4, save more. Also Ragu pasta sauce, 4 jars for $5. These are 16-ounce jars. And Charmin or Bounty, Charmin toilet paper or Bounty paper towels, 2 for $10. That's good through Tuesday of next week. So got some good deals going on at your local Food City. All right, let's run down some news. First off, in the National Football League, former Saints safety Tracy Porter, famous for a game-clinching interception and return for a touchdown against the Colts in Super Bowl 44, arrested earlier this week on drug and battery charges after a woman claimed he attacked her last week. Porter admitted to grabbing the woman, said he was protecting himself. Police also found a prescription painkiller on Porter. When they questioned him, he did not have a prescription for the drug. According to the affidavit, he also found 46 more pills in his car, along 1 ounce of marijuana, a grinder, and a 9mm firearm. But he wasn't doing anything. What is the big deal, Tom? All right, though the Cowboys are off this weekend, there is no bye week for America's team. News keeps coming and coming and coming. Again, their starting defensive lineman, Stephen Paya, 29 years old, abruptly retired this week. Jason Garrett said he came in, has a knee injury that was preventing him from practicing and playing at a level that he felt like he was up to his standard throughout his career. And so Paya, a 7-year NFL veteran in his first season in Dallas, started the Cowboys' first 4 games at nose tackle, 7 tackles and 3 quarterback pressures, but did not play against the Packers because of a knee problem. He is gone. He is retired of his own volition from the Dallas Cowboys here in their off week. Federal Appeals Court has vacated the preliminary injunction that Ezekiel Elliott was granted in a Texas in a move that now paves the way for Elliott to start serving his 6-game suspension. He won't. I promise you he won't, because he is officially suspended and therefore banned from the Cowboys' facilities until the 6-game suspension is over, following the team's Thanksgiving game against the Chargers. But Frank Salzano, Elliott's lawyer, says his legal team will use the next couple of days to decide the best course of action for the Cowboys running back. So there you go. It is not over, and I'll bet he will continue to play. National Hockey League last night. Predators skate past the Dallas Stars 4-1. It was the Panthers skating past the Blues, St. Louis 5-2. Lightning over the Pittsburgh Penguins 5-4. The Wild skate past the Chicago Blackhawks 5-2. Detroit 4, the Coyotes 2. Jets over the Vancouver Canucks 4-2. And the San Jose Sharks, they skate past the Buffalo Sabres 3-2. Again, the Predators win last night to the ice. Are now 4-1. They'll be in Chicago tomorrow night to skate against the Blackhawks on a Saturday night get-together. And so that'll be coming up again tomorrow night on the ice. The Preds in Chicago against the Blackhawks. 10 months ago, Dabo Swinney, college football, and the Clemson Tigers stunned the Alabama Crimson Tide to get their first title since 1981. Tomorrow afternoon, Swinney will be celebrating one as a member of the Crimson Tide. He'll be in attendance tomorrow night in Tuscaloosa when the Crimson Tide hosting Arkansas, along with many of his teammates from the 1992 Alabama National Championship team that topped Miami in the Sugar Bowl. He is from Pelham, Alabama, born in Birmingham. He walked on at Alabama and caught 4 passes for 48 yards during the 1992 season. He says, I wasn't a walk on, I was a crawl on. He said, I was not a very good football player, but he's a heck of a football coach. Of course, Clemson plays tonight against Syracuse on the road. And then, of course, Alabama and Arizona play tomorrow night at 7:15 to allow him to be there with his teammates to celebrate the 1992 Alabama National Championship team that topped Miami in the Sugar Bowl for the national championship. So Dabo will be down there. I'm sure he'll have a notebook with him to take some notes. I would feel confident he'll be doing that coming up again tomorrow night. What else happening? Mark Richt. Here's it now. We talk about all the negativity in sports. Listen to this story. Mark Richt, fired, remember, as the head football coach at Georgia 2 years ago, has only positive things to say about Georgia's football program, which he coached from 2001 to 2015. Number 4 Bulldogs off to a 6-0 start in Kirby Smart's second year. This is Mark Richt's quote. It's exciting to see that about Georgia football. I'm happy for Georgia. I'm happy for all the kids I recruited. I'm happy for all the guys that didn't recruit. Georgia's a great place. It has a special place in the hearts of myself, my wife, and I'm all for them having a lot of success. Now, how about that? Instead of firing shots and complaining and pointing fingers, once again, this guy's class, Mark Richt. And so, he's got his hands full with Georgia Tech this weekend, but he had time to stop and say, I'm all for Georgia. Good luck to them. I think they're doing a wonderful job. That's awesome. One other pro football note, NFL is keeping an eye on the wildfires in Northern California, exploring options to move Sunday's game between the Raiders and the Chargers if it becomes necessary as a health precaution. Same thing in college football. They're watching very closely the air quality for the game, I guess, tonight, Washington State and California. Looks like that one's going to go ahead and go at 10:30 tonight, televised on ESPN, but they are watching the fires in California to see what kind of impact it will have on the games getting ready to open up again in both the National Football League and college football. Let's run them down for you. College football tonight, number 2, Clemson at Syracuse. Number 8, Washington State at California. Tomorrow, these are 12 o'clock games. 6th-ranked TCU, the Horned Frogs at Kansas State. 17th-ranked Michigan tomorrow at Indiana. You have 20th-ranked North Carolina State, the Wolfpack at Pitt to battle the Panthers. 24th-ranked Texas Tech at West Virginia tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Then you move into the 3:30 time slot. Wisconsin, 7th-ranked Badgers hosting Purdue. 10th-ranked Auburn will be at LSU. Also at 3:30 tomorrow, you've got 11th-ranked Miami hosting Georgia Tech. Also at 3:30 tomorrow, the Red River Rivalry. 12th-ranked Oklahoma will be at Texas to battle the Longhorns in the Cotton Bowl. 14th-ranked Oklahoma State tomorrow hosting Baylor. 25th-ranked Navy, the Midshipmen, will be at Memphis. Memphis, baby. Also tomorrow night, under the lights, top 25 football. 22nd-ranked Central Florida hosting East Carolina. Number 1 Alabama, the Crimson Tide, taking on Arkansas. Tomorrow night, 4th-ranked Georgia between the hedges hosting Missouri. Tomorrow night, 9th-ranked Ohio State at Nebraska. Also tomorrow night, 7:30 kickoff, South Florida, the Bulls at 5-0, hosting Cincinnati. 13th ranked Southern Cal tomorrow night playing host to Utah. You also have Michigan State tomorrow night, the Spartans at Minnesota. Michigan State 21st in the country. 19th ranked San Diego State playing host to Boise State. You have 5th ranked Washington tomorrow night. The Huskies will be at Arizona State. And 23rd ranked Stanford at home tomorrow night against Oregon, involving top 25 college football teams. So, girls, you want one, go and get one. All these two little girls are deciding what they're going to get, which one they're going to get. So, here's the SEC schedule. We told you Alabama, Arkansas, Auburn, LSU, Florida hosting Texas A&M, Georgia, Missouri. Of course, you have Mississippi State hosting BYU in a non-conference game in Starkville tomorrow. Vanderbilt, again, in Oxford to battle the Ole Miss Rebels. And, of course, Tennessee and South Carolina tomorrow at Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. So that's what's going on there. And so that's what's happening in college football for tomorrow. Tennessee, of course, again, trying to get it together. And they'll do that, of course, tomorrow against the South Carolina Gamecocks. Of course, the Marshall Thundering Herd. We are Marshall. 4-1, hosting Old Dominion tomorrow, again at Joan Edwards Stadium in Huntington, West Virginia. And the Mountaineers of West Virginia hosting the Texas Tech Red Raiders tomorrow and a 12 o'clock kickoff in West Virginia University in Morgantown, West Virginia. So there you go. That is a look, again, at college football. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, talk high school football. We've also got Dave Martin going to join us from WOW Radio, scheduled to be with us coming up. Riding away with Dave. We'll check in with him coming up next. We're live on the road at Volunteer Parkway Food City on this Food City Friday, brought to you by the good folks from Grip Energy Drink. Love me some Grip Energy Drink. We are down to 2-4. We had 2 cases here on the table. We're down to 2 lemon limes, a pink grapefruit, a root beer, and a white grape. Everything else has been snatched up, 1 per customer free, and folks have been coming by and picking up their Grip Energy Drink that we sell here at Food City. We'll be right back. We'll talk to Dave Martin next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here. With the ratio, goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop. So it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
We are riding the wave with Dave. There he is on the phone, our buddy Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. Lots to talk about here on this Friday as we're at Food City in the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol, right down the road from where we found out the biggest race so far this season in NASCAR was the night race at Bristol Motor Speedway in terms of attendance. And my man's on the phone, Dave Martin with WLW Radio. Hello, big dog, riding the wave with Dave. What's going on today?
Well, I've kind of had my tail tucked between my legs after that debacle there in Cleveland. Talk about not the same team we knew. That's a understatement. And I'm sure everybody wants to know what the hell happened with the Indians. The only thing I can say is that somebody's got to tell these young ball players, and I hate to say Latino ball players, that when you play a best out of 5, 2 games aren't enough to win the series. And why in the hell guys think after 2 ball games, the Indians were lucky enough to have a 2-0 lead, going to New York, that everything's all over and all you can see is smiling faces and laughing and acting like a bunch of clowns and carrying on, and who knows what kind of celebrating they did. And, of course, they went to New York, and it sure seemed like New York was more business-like team instead of the Indians. But anyhow, the sad scenario is that the best pitcher in baseball, probably, Corey Kluber, really let the Indians down. I don't know what's wrong with him. I'm surmising that he's got some sort of ailment. I mean, he was dealing with injuries all year long. I'm not trying to make excuses. I mean, he was still throwing the ball pretty good, but I listened to the game on the radio, and the announcers could just tell that he just wasn't right. And they said that, right really from the first inning. He just didn't have the command of his pitches that he usually does and the control. And, he just wasn't the same pitcher. And, of course, when the Indians got down 3-0, I thought, oh, no, because you got that big stud Chapman there in the bullpen, and you got that other reliever. The Yankees got a good bullpen. I thought, oh, my God, this is going to turn into, a 5-inning game if they don't get to that washed-up softball player that was pitching for the Yankees, Sabathia, or whatever, but the Indians made him look like Steve Carlton. But the whole thing is this: is when you got your stars, Tommy, Francisco Lindor, the all-star shortstop, was 1 for 18, 6 strikeouts, and his one hit was a grand slam. And of course, he couldn't keep from smiling the whole way around the bases and yucking it up, and then he was a bum the rest of the series. You got Jason Kibis, who's dealt with injuries all year, 4 for 22, 8 strikeouts. Jose Ramirez, a lot of people said he'd be in the running for the MVP. I don't see how now. He was, 2 for 21, 7 strikeouts. The big free agent, Edward Encarnacion, was 0 for 8. Of course, he turned his ankle and missed 3 games, with an injury. Michael Brantley, former All-Star, 1 for 11. I mean, when you got stats like that with some of your key players, you're counting on to score your runs. That's just pathetic. And you look at the Yankees starting staff, it was really very mediocre at best. The Indians knew what they had to do. They had to score runs early and put the heat on them and make the Yankees go to their bullpen early, which the exact opposite happened. And give the Yankees credit. I mean, they came through with clutch hits. They played good in the field. The Indians played like a bunch of bumbling fools out there. Can't field the ball, can't catch the ball. And they actually made more errors than what the stats are showing up, because Chisendale should have had that one fly ball. He kind of misplayed it and went over his head for a double and let runs in. So it was just a comedy of errors. And the Indians, wasted a hell of a good season. And, I thought to myself, I think maybe I mentioned with you, Tommy, when they lost that young center fielder that was playing super ball, he had stolen 18 out of 19 bases. He was getting on base. I think he was hitting like maybe 270, 280, but he was a real spark plug, and plus he patrolled out there. When they lost him with a broken hand, and Francona was going to try to shut him down a little bit as far as, don't take so many chances, et cetera, et cetera. I was worried because this kid was playing super ball, and he really anchored the outfield out there. And plus he's the type of guy that would get on base, and once he gets on base, he'd steal a base, and he could play that small ball and put a lot of heat on the other team's defense. I was extremely worried. And they put Kibis out there in center field, that was the all-star second baseman, and that kind of changed things around and brought in that third baseman that really can't swing much of a stick. And we find out he's not too good at fielding when the line drive's hitting right at him. All these things, little things a lot of times adds up in baseball. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. We're talking again to our buddy Dave Martin. Rick Miller's going to join us coming up in a few minutes to wrap up the show, the store manager here at Food City. So, yep, starting pitching let him down. So you move forward, give the Yankees credit. They came out of the wild card, beat the Twins, beat the Indians. Now they open up a series tonight. Tanaka goes for the Yankees, and Keuchel goes to the Astros. Best of 7. Who do you like there, Yankees or the Astros, to win the American League pennant?
Well, I think the Astros are a rejuvenated team since they picked up Justin Verlander from Detroit. I think that they're going to be awful tough to beat and stuff. So they may be the team to win it all the way that they're looking. But, no, I give a big edge to Houston there. Now, I'm sure everybody wants to hear about the Buckeyes because, I howled about the Buckeyes early on, and they lost that game to Oklahoma. But now we're finding out...
Hold that thought. Let me get you the National League, too, because we got the Cubs, who, again, beat the Nationals.
Okay.
The Nationals have had 4 seasons of 95 or more wins in the past 6 years, and yet have not won a postseason series. So they kind of laid an egg like the Indians. So the Cubs go to the Dodgers. Start that one tomorrow night, best of 7. You like the Cubs? You like the Dodgers to win the National League?
Yeah, I think the Dodgers have been the class of Major League Baseball pretty much all year. So I prefer to see the Dodgers in Houston dueling banjos, and I think that's what it'll shape up to be. But give the Cubs credit because, a lot of people, wrote them off. They're defending World Series champions and stuff. So who knows on that? But, well, you ready for me to shift gears and talk a little football, college football? Because we don't care about the pros anymore, right?
No, we do not. But I'm going to tell you right now, before we even get started, the Ohio State Buckeyes 5-1 tomorrow night in Nebraska. Mike Riley, the Nebraska coach, is coaching for his job. They're 3-3. I'm going to go on the limb. You're going to laugh me off the air, but I'm going to tell you, Nebraska's going to win that ball game tomorrow night. Go.
Yeah, well, I hate to disagree with you, but I won't hold you to any bets or anything like that. But you're owing me a big steak dinner and a couple of icy cold beverages, I'm sure. But Urban Meyer's already taken one big egg on his face this year, and of course everybody knows about last year against Clemson, and I don't see that happening because they've got him geared up. The thing that was hurting the Buckeyes was their receiving core. And they've got a couple guys that's really stepped up to the plate. I think you'll see the Buckeyes being able to throw the ball, and they'll take advantage of that. And they've gone a little bit to the 2 running back system, put more heat on the defense and open it up with the running game. So I look for the Buckeyes. They've got their linemen, 2 defensive linemen are back playing and stuff, and I think the defensive backs have toughened up. And I know that they were playing Sisters of the Poor, and they ran up some impressive stats, and to me, the stats don't mean nothing. It's the way the team plays and the talent. Now, they did have one of their starting guards got a broken leg, and so he's out, but, they got 3 or 4 guys that are all chomping at the bit to get in there. But now I think the Buckeyes will have an impressive win against Nebraska, and I think the coach probably better get his resume ready and start looking around. Maybe there's a 3A school or something like that, or 2A, or he can drop on down to the minors and get him a nice cushy coaching job there. But yeah, Nebraska doesn't have the horses to keep up with the Buckeyes. And besides that, the Buckeyes just now are coming into the meat of their schedule, and it looks like Michigan State might end up being a little competition. Of course, you got Penn State lurking there in the wings, and of course, Michigan took that hit. But no, I think the Buckeyes shouldn't have any problem there in Nebraska. And a lot of times, the Buckeyes actually play better on the road than they do at home. So. Don't hold your breath there in Nebraska, but we'll talk about it Saturday night because you're going to pay a visit with me riding away there at America's Trucking Network, 700 WLW, midnight to 5 a.m.
Can't wait tomorrow night at 1 o'clock, so I got 30 seconds before I go to the break here. They're flagging me here to go to a break. Cavaliers, what's going on with LeBron? 30 seconds, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, LeBron's all smiles. I mean, he's got a sprained ankle right now, but he's got his running mate, Dwayne Wade, sitting right there on the bench with him, and he's actually talked to coach and letting Dwayne start. So, with Rose and Wade and LeBron and Kevin Love is still hanging around, he's going to be very valuable. I'll tell you what, and they got that stud from Boston in that trade, goodbye Kyrie. The Cavs would be all right, and it ought to be a lot of fun. I just hope that none of these jackasses decide to take a kneel like their pals over there in the NFL, and of course the fans are deserting them in droves, and good riddance to them too, I'd say. But no, the Cavs would be strong. I'll keep you posted on everything. So hey man, I look forward to you joining me tomorrow night. Anybody wants to listen, I'm on tonight too at 700 WLW.
Awesome report, my friend. I'll talk to you tomorrow night. Riding the Wave with Dave. You're a good one. Thanks, Chief. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, see you, Tommy. Thanks.
Yep, great job, our buddy Dave Martin again from WOW Radio in Cincinnati, AM 700. Always like to get him on and just hang out with him because I hang out with him tomorrow night at 1 o'clock on AM 700 WOW, talking sports and primarily talking NASCAR. And so we get a chance to visit with him and get a chance to talk a little sports on the station that covers 38 states across this great land. Quick break. We'll come right back as promised. We'll talk a little high school football. Oh, yeah. Big night tonight, none bigger than the man we had on the phone yesterday, Sean Whitman, the Elizabethton Cyclones, playing host to the number 1 ranked team in the state, the Greenville Green Devils. We'll run down the entire high school football coverage. Also, big congratulations in soccer and volleyball. Some teams have punched their ticket to the state tournament in volleyball. Love it. Congratulations. We'll see all about that next year. Wrapping up the show live at the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back at the Tom Taylor Sports Show, wrapping this thing up as we wind it down to the top of the hour again. Lucky Friday the 13th, one-day sale at all food cities. Just run them down for you. Again, it's the Maxwell House Coffee, 30-ounce canister, limit 2 for $4.99. The Food Club green beans or corn, 12 cans for $5, limit 12 cans. Also today, one day only at all Food Cities, RC products, RC Cola, A&W root beer, Diet A&W root beer, 6-pack half-liter bottles, 6 for $10. John o' Gold apples, limit 2, 5-pound bags for $2.99 a bag. These are grown in Michigan. Pillsbury Grand biscuits, limit 4, 99 cents today. Keebler sandwich crackers, limit 4 for $1.49. Also today in the Lucky Friday the 13th one-day sale, Swaggerty sausage, 16-ounce package, limit 5 per person, $1.99. Chicken leg quarters, again 49 cents a pound, sold in 10-pound bags at $4.99. Limit 12 Lux Pinto beans, 15-ounce can, 2 for $1, limit 12. Frozen selected varieties of Tyson chicken, limit 4, one-day price $3.99. Barilla pasta, B-A-R-I-L-L-A, Open Center, right? Barilla pasta, limit 4, 16-ounce package for 89 cents. And River Road baguettes, limit 4, 2 for $3. It's at all Food Cities today. Again, that's the Lucky Friday the 13th sale at your local Food City. All right? Before we get out of here, again, reminding you about the great drink we have. Our title sponsor, the good folks at Grip Energy Drink. We have lemon lime, pineapple, white grape, pink grapefruit, and root beer at 125 milligrams of caffeine per bottle. Also the new sugar-free line, the Ultra Orange and the pink grapefruit at only 5 calories. What sets Grip apart from the other popular energy drinks? The only energy drink that uses real sugar and stevia, no high fructose corn syrup like the competition. Also, they've incorporated glucosamine, folic acid, and biotin, natural flavors, colors along with a vitamin combination, natural colors, natural flavors, and also no taurine, which is what gives you the jitters and kind of runs you the high and low and kind of gives you the shakes and the jitters. It is not in the Grip Energy Drink. It's gluten-free, vegan friendly, and kosher certified. And also the cool part about this too, and I've been doing it all show, the only functional bottle with the design over the cap allows you to reseal it and carry your drink hands-free. Grip Energy Drink, again, available at all Food Cities, and we're down to 3 grips left here. Get a Grip Energy Drink, and we're down to 3, and that's it. We had a whole bunch here that Lexi came by and set on the table for us to give away. That white grape, pink grapefruit, and lemon lime. That's all we got left. All right, let's take a look before we get into football. Soccer last night, AAA championship. You had, overtime. Science Hill defeats Dobbins Minute for the championship in the AAA soccer tournament right down the road to the Stone Castle. And the District 1 AA soccer tournament, Greenville shuts out Sullivan Central 9-0. And the Single A tournament championship, the Lady Black Knights of Chucky Doak beat University High 3-2. In volleyball, these teams have punched their ticket to the state tournament. We would send congratulations out to the Tennessee High Lady Vikings. They defeated Heritage last night. Hardin Valley eliminates Volunteers, so Hardin Valley's Lady Hawks and Tennessee High in the AAA state volleyball tournament in Murfreesboro next week. In AA, she did it again. Wendy Ratliff, her 700th victory. Sullivan South Lady Rebels defeat Anderson County in Colonial Heights. Are heading back to the big dance. Knox Catholic eliminating the Elizabethton Lady Cyclones, who got to the sectional championship, which is very impressive for Leslie Bradley and the Elizabethton Lady Cyclones. Single A sectional, South Green defeated Bledsoe County, and Berean Christian defeated Polk County. So going to the state volleyball tournament, AAA, Tennessee High Hardin Valley, AA Sullivan South Knox Catholic, Single A South Green's Lady Rebels, and Berean Christian. Tomorrow, Trailblazer Invitational at Daniel Boone High School, the cross-country meet coming up tomorrow. And that will be, as we said, at Daniel Boone High School. Also coming up tomorrow, we have the band festival. I want to plug that one more time before we get out of here, because then we get into the high school football. The Blazer Band Bash coming up again this week, tomorrow to be specific, starting at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Pisgah, North Carolina, in no particular order. Pisgah, North Carolina High School, Castlewood, Claiborne County, Cumberland Gap, Hampton, Unicoi County Blue Devil Marching Band, Heritage, Unaka, Crockett, Morristown West, Rye Cove, and an exhibition of the Daniel Boone High School Band. All that tomorrow starting at 2 o'clock. The 12th annual Blazer Band Bash at Daniel Boone. Adults are $5, students are $3, and there's $3 programs. Again, so all that's coming up tomorrow starting at 2, and that's going to be, as we said, at Nathan Hill Stadium at Daniel Boone High School in Gray. High school football, here we go tonight. Last night, let's go back to last night. We're going to recap last night. Big win last night for the Sullivan South Rebels. They punched their ticket into the playoffs. And so 48-21 victory over Sullivan East last night. The win ensures South of at least a third-place finish in Region 1 4A, possibility of a second-place finish, or even a tie depending on the Elizabeth and Greenville game tonight, or the Rebels play Elizabeth and then Elizabeth the next week. South had gone to the playoffs 15 straight years, missed it for 2, and they're back in, so big congratulations to first-year South coach Justin Hilton. Last night, Julian Reed, 123 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns for South. Big win last night for the Rebels over the Sullivan East Patriots, who have their chances going to the playoffs seriously dashed with the loss last night. Let's see what else going on. We told you about the volleyball, number 700 for South coach Wendy Ralliff in terms of wins. Her team's won 2 state titles along with a pair of runner-up finishes. Her 29th trip to Murfreesboro to the state tournament, which is just incredible. So congratulations to Wendy and the Lady Rebel volleyball team. All right, here comes high school football coming up tonight in no particular order. Yes, I say it every time. It's alphabetized. Bearden at Farragut tonight. Chucky Doak, the Black Knights at Claiborne. Cosby at Cumberland Gap. Daniel Boone at Cobb County tonight in Newport. Dobbins Minute travels to Hardin Valley. Granger last night all over Sullivan Central, 63-12 the final there. Cougars having a tough year in Blundville. Greenville, the game tonight. Number 1 Greenville in the state at number 4 Elizabethton in the state. Tonight at Citizens Bank Stadium. Get there early. It's going to be a whammer jammer. I know the Elizabethton crowd's going to be dressed out in black at the Blackout for Elizabethton tonight against Greenville. Jellicoe at Cloudland. Johnston County at North Green. Morristown East at Volunteer tonight. Science Hill, the Hilltoppers travel to Morristown West. South Green at Hampton. Sullivan North will be up on the hill to battle Happy Valley. Tennessee High and Crockett in Jonesboro. Unaka at Hancock County and Unicoi County playing host to West Green. Cherokee, Jeff County, and Union County with the night off. In Southwest Virginia, Eastside at Twin Springs tonight. J.I. Burton at Grundy. Lebanon, the Pioneers will be at Castlewood. Gate City hosting Lehigh tonight. Ridgeview at John Battle. Rye Cove at Jenkins, Kentucky. Thomas Walker at Twin Valley. Union at Y Central. Abington has the night off. And that's a look at high school football here again on this Friday the 13th, 2013, October the 13th, 2017 rather. And the countdown to Christmas, as we told you earlier, we're down to, can you believe it? 72 days from today will be Christmas. Hey, we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Rick Miller, store manager of Food City, thank you. Landon Owen, director of ticket sales, Bristol Motor Speedway, thank you. Mike Hedrick, NASCAR fans reporter, great report as always, thank you. And our buddy Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati, thank you as well. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Back in the saddle on Monday. We'll be on the road Monday at American Import and Auto Repair. Tuesday, brand new stop, Movement Mortgage, with our buddy Jeremy Livesey, brand new company. And so we'll be there at his brand new digs on right down from Cracker Barrel on Boones Creek. Wednesday, we'll be at Chick-fil-A. Thursday, we'll be at Champion Chevrolet. The next Friday a week, we'll be at Food City to be determined. So we'll be out on the road again at the Food City next Friday as well. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Again, like us and share us. Wherever you've been watching the show today, please like us and share us. We'll thank you for that. Until we greet you Monday at 11 o'clock from American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City. This is Tom Taylor again on behalf of Grip Energy Drink and Food City, saying as always, win or lose, be a good sport. And get to church on Sunday and worship the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Whew. Watched that last night, watched him be crucified, and we are so undeserving what he did for us. Goodness gracious. Unbelievable. And he gets on the cross and says, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Whew. Goodness. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. So long, everybody.